Good morning. It is 6:45 a.m. on Friday, June 17th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, definitely tried to make sure I got, enough sleep last night, or at least, like not getting not enough sleep. Because, enough is relative, right? Like, how much is enough? If we judge enough by being able to wake up without an alarm clock, for example, I didn't get enough. But what are you gonna do? Uh, so yeah, I'm still feeling a little groggy though. So I still haven't come to any like big conclusions or anything. But one of the things that I thought about yesterday, in the context of what do I want these videos to be, is that even though the original conception of these videos was by design making it something that is kind of so easy to do that it would be not as much of a challenge to keep it up to do it every day, which I think is, you know, uh, it was a sensible decision in context. But at the same time, I think, especially as the years of doing it have gone on, it is kind of so easy that do I really take it seriously? Like, the only part of it that I take seriously is being able to record and upload a video. So perhaps something that would make it feel more meaningful again is if, like, I'm not talking about just arbitrarily adding to the difficulty, like forcing myself to get up extra early to record it and then go back to bed, or just some other arbitrary technical challenge, but just the idea of having this video be more than just I sit here and say whatever I can think of. Just because, especially, that's something that, like, I find it occasionally kind of a nice release valve to just be able to sort of ramble a little bit. I think it is definitely true of humans that verbalizing things is really a qualitatively different way to process feelings than even just thinking about them. Because I don't know about you, but I've certainly had the experience where I feel like I've thought about something and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. But then as soon as I actually try to say it out loud, even to no one, just speaking the words to an empty room, feels different than it did when it was just in my head. And so I think that that's something valuable. But deciding, like, well, if I want to do something every day, do I want it to be something more? Or do I want to put some. Because one of the other things that I've been feeling a little bit, maybe anxious about in the last year is just this feeling that I'm sort of only just barely keeping up with the tasks I've set for myself, and not even necessarily like putting myself into them that much, or even for that matter, um, accomplishing other things like writing more, for example. Like when I went to my writing retreat this year, I had a great time and I felt really creatively invigorated, and then kind of didn't do anything with that. I sort of had a great time getting back into writing, and then I haven't really done any since then. And so maybe I want to do more of that. But I also need to be careful to not set unrealistic expectations for myself. So I guess some of what I've thought about a little bit is the idea that what if video like this was um, like just sort of a micro example of trying to write something every day. Like, and not, I'm not talking about just like pre-scripting a video, but what if these videos were me trying to just sort of, you know, blank page write something? Would that be good? I don't know. Would I want it to be something that is like, I don't know. So, for example, like when I was doing Phyllis Esposito, I definitely enjoyed that process, but it also was a lot more than 5 minutes worth every day. It wasn't that much necessarily, because my rule for myself, I think, was 250 words minimum um, per segment. But was it even that much? Like, I don't even remember my own rule now. Anyway, so I'm thinking a little bit about some of those sorts of things. So, no new conclusions yet, but the wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. Ooh. All right, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.